scared to look, they shook. Cause ain't no such thing as halfway crook.
It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. The mic is contacted, I attract clientele.
Man, I sure miss those days. I wonder if somebody will come out with something similar to that. I don't know about this, bruh. Yo, what up? It's your boy Black with Black TV, where we give you reviews and hip-hop news. And today I'm gonna be doing a review on Lute's brand new album, West 1996, Part 2. Don't forget to hit subscribe to Black TV for more reviews and more reactions. Hit a like, hit that notification bell, and in the comment section, tell me, what artist do you think most resembles the early 90s, the 90s era? Is it Lute? Is it any other artist that you can think of? So I would like to hear your suggestions and put that in the comment section below. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Lute is from Charlotte, North Carolina, and if you don't know, Lute is signed to J. Cole's Dreamville Records. And somebody mentioned me to this artist and I checked them out, and after listening to it, it really surprised me. This album is more of a early 90s type feel. It's got a lot of resemblance to that era. Basically, the concept of this album is just him telling stories of him, what happened before he got signed, and just the stories and stuff he went through. And I was really intrigued on listening to this album. But let's go ahead and check out the cover first. The cover is a kid holding a teddy bear with a hoodie on. I guess if you want to be a great artist, you have to put a kid in front of your cover. You know, I mean, it's an okay album, but y'all need to quit doing this trend. Quit putting kids in front of your covers. It's kind of pedophile-ish. But what I actually like about West 1996 Part 2 is, like I said before, it has an early 90s feel and it's a very smooth album. Even though it just only has 11 tracks, the album goes through 1 through 11 pretty smooth. Just like with track 2, Still Slummin, which is about his homie telling him, look man, you out here grinding, you rapping, you need to be out here with J. Cole, why are you still in the slums? That song right there sounds exactly like it came out of 1993, and it was pretty decent. But I will say on track 3, Home, featuring Elevator J, that dude sounds very similar to Big Boy from Outkast. I don't know if he was very influenced by him or what, but that guy sounds like Big Boy. And on number 11, Livin Life, featuring Hi, I'm Rye, that guy sounds just like Method Man. Like, this whole album with the features and how Lute sound, I can tell that him and his friends and the features or whoever else is involved on this project is very inspired by that era. But my favorite song is number 5, Get Up, featuring GQ Slaughter. That song, you can tell just by off the chorus, it's inspired by Goody Mob's You Better Get Up, Get Out and Get Some. Hey, just off that fact alone, that was my favorite track off of the album, and it was pretty decent. Basically, it just the concept is about him saying he has a child and he just got to get up and get out here and get what's his. And when a child is involved in that, I don't blame him, not one bit. But now to my dislikes. The thing I don't really like about this album is, even though it sounds 90-ish, it's smooth and it's got a lot of good content or whatever about his life, every song sounds the same. Basically, Lute sounds like J. Cole 2.0. And just on a side note, J. Cole signs artists I see now that is very similar to himself. And that kind of can hurt the artist and his brand. That fact alone, it can cut out your originality. Like if you're gonna sign artists, sign somebody that's somewhere in your lane, but don't sound exactly like you. And personally, I just think it just cuts out all originality with that, if just because he sounds like J. Cole. This sounds like a J. Cole album. So if you're a huge, super duper fan of J. Cole, some people might like this album. But my least favorite song is number 10, Birds and the Bees. And the reason I picked this song is because every song sounds like something where him and his friends telling him something about his rap career and what he's dealing with. And then all of a sudden you come to this song and it's like a song about his mother never telling him about the birds and the bees, about women relationships. And I don't think this song really fit the whole concept of what this album was. But let me go ahead and give a rating to Lute West 1996 Part 2. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, if you're into old rap, old hip hop, you will love this album. But I would think the average fan will look over this album. Every song sounds the same. The production sounds the same. But just like I said before, if you're a J. Cole fan, you will love this project. And if you're an average fan, I mean, go check it out. It wouldn't nothing be wrong with it. But it's not really an album to remember. So what do you think of Lute West 1996 Part 2? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think this is a good album? Do you think he's the best representation of the early 90s era? Do you think this is a better person that can represent that early 90s era? Is it Joey Badass? Huh? Leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit subscribe to Black TV. And if you're an artist and you want me to review your project, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at Black Music, BLACMUZIC. And until next time on Black TV. Yeah! Holla, son! You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my bad impersonation of it. Whatever.